In the bustling city of Eldoria, nestled between towering mountains and vast oceans, lived a parrot named Pico. Pico wasn't just any parrot. He was a vibrant African gray with feathers that shimmered like emeralds under the sun. His owner, Captain Elena Ramirez, was a high-ranking officer in the Eldorian Intelligence Agency (EIA). Elena had rescued Pico from a shady pet shop years ago, where he was destined for a life of mindless mimicry. Little did she know that this feisty bird would become the key to saving their nation. Eldoria was at war with the neighboring kingdom of Draconia. For decades, the two nations had clashed over control of the fertile crystal valleys, rich in resources that powered their advanced technologies. Draconia, led by the ruthless General Zoltar, had been gaining ground with sneaky tactics and superior espionage. Eldoria's forces were brave, but they lacked the edge in intelligence gathering. That's where Pico came in. One fateful evening, as Elena sat in her dimly lit office poring over maps, Pico perched on her shoulder, squawking random phrases he'd picked up from her meetings. "Enemy at the gates. Launch the drones," he mimicked, making Elena chuckle despite the tension. But then, inspiration struck. What if Pico could be more than a pet? What if he could be a spy? Elena consulted with the EIA's tech wizards. They designed a minuscule camera, no bigger than a pea, embedded in a lightweight collar around Pico's neck. It transmitted live audio and video feeds directly to EIA headquarters via a secure satellite link. The camera was hidden beneath feathers, invisible to the untrained eye. Pico's natural ability to mimic voices and repeat conversations made him perfect for infiltration. He could fly into enemy camps, perch innocently on a branch or a soldier's shoulder, and relay every whisper. Training Pico was an emotional roller coaster. Elena spent weeks teaching him codes and signals. "Pico, say, red alert, if you see weapons," she'd instruct, rewarding him with his favorite sunflower seeds. Pico, intelligent beyond measure, picked it up quickly. But there were moments of doubt. One night, as thunder rumbled outside, Pico huddled close to Elena. "Scared, Elena?" Pico scared too. He squawked softly, his beady eyes reflecting her worry. Elena hugged him gently, tears welling up. "We're in this together, buddy. You'll be our hero." The first mission was a test. Drakonian scouts were rumored to be camping near the border. Pico was released at dawn, his camera activated. He flew silently, heart pounding, or at least, that's how Elena imagined it as she watched the feed. Pico landed on a tent pole, tilting his head innocently. Inside, two soldiers discussed plans. "We'll strike the supply depot at midnight. Coordinates: 45.6 north, 32.1 east." Pico waited until they left, then whispered into the camera, "Strike depot midnight. 45.6 north, 32.1 east." Back at base, Elena's team intercepted the attack, turning it into an ambush. Draconia lost a squad, and Eldoria gained momentum. Pico returned triumphant, preening his feathers as Elena showered him with praise. "You did it, Pico. You're a legend." But success bred caution. General Zoltar grew suspicious of leaks. "How are they always one step ahead?" he bellowed in his war room. Little did he know, a feathered foe was about to become his nightmare. As the war escalated, Pico's missions grew bolder. Elena equipped him with a tiny earpiece for real-time commands, disguised as a feather clip. "Fly low, Pico. Avoid the radars," she'd whisper through it. Pico's emotions ran high during these flights. The wind rushing through his wings brought exhilaration, but the sight of battlefields below filled him with sorrow. Why fight? Pico wants peace, he'd mutter to himself, echoing Elena's late-night confessions. One mission took Pico deep into Drakonian territory. He was to spy on a secret meeting at Zoltar's fortress. Disguised as a wild bird, Pico perched on a windowsill, camera rolling. Inside, Zoltar paced before his generals. Our next move: infiltrate Eldoria's capital with disguised agents. Code name: Shadow Veil. Launch in 3 days. Pico's heart raced. He had to relay this without being caught. As the meeting ended, a guard spotted him. "What's this bird doing here?" he grumbled, reaching out. Pico dodged, squawking in panic. "Shadow Veil. 3 days. Infiltrate capital," he blurted into the camera before flying off. Back home, Elena watched in horror. "Pico, get out of there," she urged. The feed showed bullets whizzing past as Pico soared away. He made it back battered, one feather singed. Elena cradled him, sobbing. "I can't lose you, Pico. Your family." Pico nuzzled her cheek. "Family safe. Pico strong." Thanks to Pico's intel, Eldoria fortified the capital, capturing the infiltrators. The victory boosted morale, but it came at a cost. Pico developed a fear of loud noises, flinching at fireworks. Elena noticed, spending extra time comforting him with stories of peaceful skies. Subplots emerged. Pico befriended a young Drakonian boy named Miko during a reconnaissance flight. Miko, son of a low-ranking officer, fed Pico crumbs, unaware of his spy status. "You're pretty, birdie. Wish the war would end," Miko said innocently. Pico felt a pang of guilt. "War bad, peace good," he replied, mimicking Elena. This encounter humanized the enemy for Pico, adding layers of emotion to his espionage. Meanwhile, in Eldoria, Elena faced internal betrayal. A mole in the EIA leaked minor intel to Draconia. Pico, during a routine perch in headquarters, overheard the traitor on a call. "Yes, the Parrot is the key. Disable it." Pico relayed it immediately. "Traitor. Disable Pico." The mole was arrested, but not before attempting to sabotage Pico's collar. In the scuffle, Pico bit the traitor's finger, drawing blood. "Bad man. Pico bite," he squawked defiantly. Emotions peaked when Elena was captured during a botched raid. Draconian forces ambushed her team, taking her prisoner. Pico, hidden in the trees, witnessed it all. Elena captured. "Help," he transmitted, his voice cracking with fear. The EIA launched a rescue, guided by Pico's live feed from outside the prison camp. He perched nearby, whispering encouragements. "Pico here, Elena. Brave." The rescue was tense. Pico distracted guards by mimicking alarm sirens, allowing commandos to sneak in. Elena was freed, embracing Pico tearfully. "You saved me again, my little spy." Their bond deepened, turning the story from mere espionage to one of unbreakable friendship. The war reached its boiling point. Zoltar planned a massive assault on Eldoria's heartland, codenamed Thunderstrike. Pico was sent on his most dangerous mission: infiltrate Zoltar's inner sanctum. Flying through stormy skies, Pico battled winds that threatened to rip his camera off. Cold, scared, he muttered, but pressed on for Elena. Inside the sanctum, Zoltar unveiled maps. "We'll hit their power grid first, then the command center. Coordinates encrypted here." Pico's camera captured every detail, including the encryption key scribbled on a notepad. As he prepared to leave, Zoltar spotted him. That bird. It's the same one. Shoot it. Chaos ensued. Pico dodged lasers. Draconia had advanced tech, his feed glitching from impacts. Help. Shooting Pico. Elena watched helplessly, heart shattering. Fly. Pico. Fly home. Pico escaped narrowly, crashing into Elena's arms exhausted. The intel was gold. Eldoria preempted Thunderstrike, turning the battlefield into a rout. Drakonian forces crumbled, their plans exposed. But the emotional toll was heavy. Pico had nightmares, squawking in sleep. Elena sang lullabies, vowing to end the war. Subplots intertwined. Miko, the boy, was caught in crossfire. Pico spotted him on a feed, guiding rescuers to save him. Boy good. Save boy, Pico insisted. With leaks piling up, Zoltar realized the truth. A spy parrot, with a camera. Preposterous, but true. He sued for peace, accepting defeat. In the treaty room, Pico perched on Elena's shoulder, camera off for once. Zoltar extended a hand. Your bird outsmarted us all. We yield. Eldoria celebrated. Pico was hailed a hero, awarded a tiny medal. Elena retired to a farm, where Pico flew freely. Miko visited, becoming friends. Peace now, Pico, he said. Pico replied, peace good. Friends forever. In the end, love and loyalty triumphed. The spy parrot's tale became legend, inspiring tales of unlikely heroes. And they lived happily ever after.